You know me, SDMT. Big fights last night, man. And the biggest fight to me, my favorite fight, it was Khabib, man. I'm a big Khabib fan, man. I think it's awesome how Khabib just imposes his will and he just manhandles dudes and he just gets control of them. He controls those legs. He wraps those legs around them. Bow, bow, bow. You know what I'm saying? And starts landing those hard blows. He's very vicious with his ground and pound. And I pretty much knew this was going to happen. Barboza, his most dangerous round was going to be the first round. He was landing some good kicks. He landed a few good punches. And then after that, once Khabib got a hold of him that first time and held him down and beat him and beat him and beat him, it was a different fight after that. You know, he was exhausted. You could see it on his face, like he was more on a defensive mode than he was offensive. You know, he threw some crazy kicks out there. I knew he would get desperate for that, and one landed, but Khabib is an animal. He just ate it and just kept coming, you know. Khabib is an animal, man. You know, in that division, that lightweight division, man, everybody's talking about these other fighters and what they can do, but Khabib, man. Khabib and that pressure and that grappling and just that overall control, the way he controls dudes, and even high-level black belts, the way he controls them and they can't move and he just gets off those punches. Man, it's exciting, it's awesome, and it's impressive, man. Khabib is, 25-0. That's huge right there. You can't take that from nobody. Yes, he missed weight in his last fight, but he said some injuries, man, stopped him from doing that, from making that weight. But he made weight this fight, and he was dominating, and it's interesting to see. Everybody's talking about which fight is next. You got, Conor, if he comes back. That's a big question mark. And then you got Tony Ferguson, who wants that, red panty night. You know what I'm saying? He got the red panty night. He's trying to go after Conor because he has the interim belt, and he might as well. When you get the interim belt, your goal is to unify the title so you can be the main real champion. So his focus is on Conor McGregor. I can't blame him. To be honest, Tony fighting against, Khabib would be very dangerous. It would be very dangerous for him. And if he lost that fight, that would take him out of the, Conor lottery ticket fight. Fighters want that money. You can't blame them, So this is a huge fight in the lightweight division. Barboza, he's going to drop back some. Maybe he won't because he fought Khabib, 25-0. Barboza's a solid fighter, man. He's a great striker. He's one of my favorite exciting strikers. Those highlight reel knockouts he has are not for no reason. He's a very technical striker. He was landing those leg kicks hard on Khabib. But it's just like Khabib just eats him. He keeps coming. He keeps coming. He doesn't show much weakness. He takes a hard kick, and he doesn't, show that he's hurt or any of that. He just keeps coming. He keeps coming. And I think that broke Barboza mentally also that, dang, this guy keeps coming. And, if he gets me down, I can't get up. You know what I'm saying? Barboza did get up a few times, but most of the time when he was down, he was just getting pummeled and pummeled and pummeled. Man, it was brutal. People were talking about maybe his corner should throw in the towel. And I get it. Khabib spoke after the fight. He doesn't like when, when the coaches do that. He wouldn't want his coach to do that to him. But honestly, it was to the point where, Barboza didn't have a real chance at winning. He was so exhausted. So a lot of his power moves weren't going to be as powerful. So I didn't see them really knocking out Khabib. So it was one of those situations where maybe they could have stopped him from taking a lot of damage because he took a lot of damage. All those punches to the head definitely going to have, effect on him in the future. So, they didn't throw in the towel. It's okay. He went out, like a champion. He lasted all 5 rounds. You know what I mean? Not a champion, but a warrior, we can say. He went all 5 rounds getting beat down. You know what I'm saying? He even threw some of those spinning kicks. And when your energy is that low to throw those moves, man, it takes a lot out of you. And Barboza, you can show that you can see that he was really going for it. He was going for it. He wasn't just, quitting and he didn't tap out. He could have did like a lot of other fighters when he was getting controlled and turned his back and just gave his neck up to get out of that cage. You know what I mean? A lot of guys would have did that. A lot of fighters, that happens a lot of times when they're just getting owned on the ground. They're just looking for a way out. Like, hey, choke me, tap out real fast, So major respect to Barboza for, staying in that fight and just continuing to be tough and not give in to Khabib's pressure, man. Khabib is a beast in there, man. I want to see him go against Tony Ferguson or Conor if Conor comes back. But we will see. We will see. Conor got that major check. He's paid. He's having fun. You know, he's slapping officials in Bellator and supposedly beating up, you know, Irish mobsters and all these crazy stories. So we will see, man. Conor is going crazy over there. And who knows if he comes back to the UFC. Even Dana White is unsure of that at this moment. So this is huge right here, man. Khabib, I want to see him fight the best fighters, and I want to see Tony Ferguson fight. I hope Tony Ferguson doesn't just sit out waiting for Conor, because that might be a long time before Conor steps in that ring. Maybe it's a year, maybe it's several months. You know, Tony should be active. He should be active. I get it. You want that lottery ticket. You want that paycheck. But at the same sense, who knows when Conor's coming back, you know? So, you know, drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like and subscribe. SDMT!